great adventure.
There is something more than a race when it comes to the Rolex Middle Sea Race. It really is this adventure across the Mediterranean.
It takes you to the extreme of elation and to the bottom of suffering, and everywhere in between.
It's like sailing through a theatre, the natural beauty.
All of these magical or mystical locations.
You're sailing through history. It's a mixture of challenge and poetry.
Sometimes we need to be humbled, particularly by nature, to realize there's something more powerful than us.
The harder the race, the greater the sense of achievement you have at the end.
The great adventure.
There's nothing quite like it.
All these super maxis and any of these high-performance race yachts are highly demanding when it comes to preparation. It's non-stop. It is a machine, and we constantly think, how can we make it faster? Blackjack 100 is the lightest Maxi 100 race yacht. She's 27 tons. The hull is 20 years old, but she's been highly modified. The stern was shortened and widened, and the front of the boat was lengthened. Also, the keel has been changed, and she's on her fourth rig. She's been over and over optimized. The victory at the Rolex Fastnet race meant really a lot to us. We won the monohull line honor, which is getting more and more challenging because the competition is very hard. But we had a strategy on how to prepare and lead up to such an event, an unforgettable win. In between Rolex Fastnet and Rolex Middle Sea Race, we have an intense period of maintenance. First, we had to repatriate the yacht to the Med and then get it out of water, and then all the shore team came into action. And what I expect from them is to make sure that the boat is still at 100%.
So the key dates this week, launch day is tomorrow. Also, we have to pull the splashes off the cradle. Containers are out of here Wednesday, and then we'll take that, obviously, to Malta.
So I'm actually polishing to reduce the friction. It's marginal. We can't really measure the gain of performance, but we try everything we can to get the boat as fast as possible.
Everything needs to be checked from top to bottom. Everything is being dismantled. The keel is being removed and checked and retorqued. Systems are inspected one by one in such a way that we are sure that when we relaunch a boat, we're going to be able to race it and push it again to a minimum of 100%.
This is the last stage for us to pack the container, pack everything we need to ship to Malta, and then we are ready for the Rolex Middle Sea Race.
The Rolex Middle Sea Race is a similar distance to the other classics, the Sydney-Hobart. The Fastnet is 606 miles, but it's 6 races in one. It's such a mix of mini challenges. It's a great race course. Once we get out of the harbour, we'll be heading up towards the southeast corner of Sicily. Then we've seen the Straits as a little amphitheatre. We've got Mount Etna, so you've got wind shadows, strong currents, and then we head off up to the northwest, going to Stromboli, the oldest lighthouse in the world, is always erupting. Going around Favignana, you're now heading south. The race starts happening faster. Between Sicily and Africa, it's a bit of a squeeze point in terms of the weather. And then as you get to the Camino Channel, you're sort of thinking, oh, we're nearly there, but no, absolutely not. You've still got quite a bit of sailing to do before you come back to Malta. It's a great sailor's race.
Okay, let's go. Get the twig down. Get the twig down.
Just watch this guy, that's all.
Okay, let's go deploy.
The great adventure. I think it starts at the start. You have so many spectators, these big cannons, the old town. It's just an amazing atmosphere.
The start is often described as an amphitheater, but I think it's almost more of a coliseum.
You're surrounded by stones with many stories, then you feel that sense of majestic power around you.
And so the start ends up becoming this battle between the emotional and the logical telling you, let's be more cautious, and the emotional saying, we're in this beautiful amphitheater, let's go, go, go. Usually, the emotional wins in that occasion.
Keep it fast, keep it fast.
Adrenaline and excitement. It's just an explosion.
Everyone's been working towards this race, and you do have to be able to know when to push the button and when to just play it safe.
It's full on, risking it. You have to be close. You have to come out of the gates fighting.
It's always a massive marker of intent. If you can be the first boat out, it's always nice looking back at people than looking at transoms.
It really does give you a big sense of embarking on a great adventure.
Rounding Stromboli at Middle Sea Race is always a huge highlight of this race. Lava spouting out of the volcano at sunrise. I took a break and let the boat aside for 5 minutes and took a look. We all had a moment of wow and grateful for moments like this on the water.
Scallywag win the 2024 Rolex Middle Sea Race, beating Blackjack by just 18 minutes.
How much did it hurt last year's Rolex Middle Sea Race?
Do we need to talk about it? The difference in performance when it came to the finish line is less than 0.5%. And I remember being very disappointed when we crossed the finish line. I really wanted to win that race. I wanted to beat Scallywag. And I'm very sad that they are not here this year.
Yeah, if you ask me what sort of boat Blackjack 100 is, I always start smiling straight away. It's a weapon. The boat is so narrow, it doesn't have a lot of drag, and it always starts moving really fast. Well, it's also a bit complicated because all the 18 people need to do their thing in the right order. But when it gets going, it really gets going.
Sailing a Super Maxi 100, such as Blackjack, is a fantastic technical challenge for any highly skilled sailor. She is extremely fast in light air. So it takes time. It's a work of art to race this thing.
The Strait of Messina is probably the most challenging bit of the race.
There's so much terrain around. There's Mount Etna to your west. And then there's all the mountains on the mainland shore of Italy. And then this very small strait where you can have up to 3.5 knots of current.
That part of the race, it can make for big gains and big losses.
It's a make or break.
If you can get through and pop out the other side, then you can quite easily put a lot of miles on another boat.
If you get through Messina well, you've got a chance to win it. If you get through there badly, you're done.
Here we are at Stromboli volcano. This is spectacular.
Hashtag Rolex Middle Sea Race 2025. Stromboli, super excited, making some good gains here. Ready to tap? Yeah. Nice and smooth.
So on Verona, the core of our team are 4 young female athletes. My 2 daughters, Samantha and Gray Hemmons, my main trimmer's daughter, Kira Phelan, and then yacht designer Simon Rogers' daughter, Hattie Rogers. And so A lot of this program is focused on getting women into sailing.
Rolex Middle Sea, here's to everyone.
Girls don't have an ego. They get on a boat, they drive a boat, their demeanor on the boat is spectacular. And as a dad, racing with your family, I can't think of another sport that really allows you to do that.
Started off at 6 years old, just being on the water every day, kind of built our love for it.
He found our 2 little sabots in the back of someone's garage and said, oh, can I buy these for my daughter?
Same exact boat, just different colors, so we grew up sailing the same boat against each other.
Ready when you are.
Sam loves crewing and Gray loves skippering. So Samantha, she is a phenomenal crew. When it comes to roll tacking, flattening the boat out, she's got snatched up and started match racing. She's won the national championship twice. She's a youth match racing world champion. When Gray was 14, we did Transpac, LA to Honolulu, 2,225 miles. It's the only tattoo my daughter has.
I cannot show you the tattoo. The big breeze, the maneuvers, getting wet, when kites rip, when ropes break. I'm very grateful to be able to experience that at such a young age, to know when things go wrong that I can handle my own. Doing a sport that we both love, with a boat that we trust, with people that we consider family, is the adventure itself. What is your great adventure, Sam?
Being with you.
She's lying.
So we are now in the north of Sicily. Next steps in the race are going to be complex, and it's actually still pretty unsure. The situation is very unclear in this whole second half of the race.
It is day 3 since we started the race. We didn't make too much progress overnight since we passed the volcano yesterday afternoon because we cornered in no wind zone or very light wind. Feeling a bit frustrated, but it always makes you smile when you see those beautiful sunrise. And sometimes we are welcomed by dolphins and some birds coming to see us as well. That's all beauty about sailing. I feel very proud to be part of the first Chinese entry for the Rolex Middle Sea Race. I've been to 3 Olympic Games and got a gold medal in 2012 London Games. I was born half deaf and my left eye is sort of blind, but it is the sport of sailing helped me find that I could be myself, enjoy the freedom, and I can find my happy world on the sea. Onshore, we have so many distractions, the screens, the phone, the social media. But once offshore, you don't have signal. We also have more time to think and to be in this moment 100%. That's something very special about offshore sailing.
Woke up to a nice sunrise, which is favorite time of day at sea. It's amazing. You go from feeling cold and a bit disorientated to like the sun coming out and giving you energy. And I don't know, my favorite feeling. Cliff's a tiny boat. She's 30 foot long, very narrow, space for maximum 1 person down below.
In the beginning, you don't see how you'd ever be able to sleep. There is no bunks, there's no galley, there's no nothing.
Shaking the whole time. Unbelievably wet. You go up on deck and it's like you're in a shower. It makes you feel alive, being in this little vessel, having to find your way across half of the Mediterranean. Are we masochists? Maybe, maybe.
Very light wind Middle Sea Race. Challenging, but interesting as well. still moving. And Balthasar is not far behind. They managed to have a more streamlined trajectory than us, making less miles and staying close. So they are currently first overall in corrected time. We are not far behind. I believe we are third in IRC. Anything can still happen till Malta. So yeah, we can't give up.
Reaching Favignana for me is definitely a reality check. You are only halfway. There's a lot to come of this race.
The tiredness creeps in. You start moving from the challenge of body to the challenge of mind.
The instinct sets in, okay, this is now the last bit of the race. You go into a bit of a fight mode. It's a speed game, pulling up the right sails and giving it everything.
If you can push beyond that tiredness, you stand to make many gains at this critical point of the race.
I guess someone outside would look at our program and say, oh, you know, he's got his daughter sailing with him and he's got his friend's daughters on the boat and stuff like that. But even if they were not, I would be looking for someone with their attitudes. Every one of them comes on the boat with a desire to earn their position on the boat.
Patty down a little. Yeah, nice.
Chris, Hemmons, and Sam and Gray, I've known them for years. They're almost like my American family. I think that's our kind of superpower. We can really, really trust one another, and that's really what you need for offshore sailing, I think.
I just turned 21, so being given the opportunity to helm a boat like Varuna is such an incredible experience. I'm a senior studying biochemistry at Bowdoin College in Brunswick, Maine. At Bowdoin, we sail mostly small, double-handed boats, and for me, sailing is a mixture of both art and science in that you have to be really connected with the boat. It's something you have to be able to feel. But you also have to be able to see where the next puff is coming from, and that requires logical thinking.
Offshore sailing is a completely different discipline to the ones maybe I'm more used to. It's a bit more of a marathon than a sprint. It's quite different in foiling. You just come out of the water, take off, and everything just goes quiet. It's an unbelievable feeling. I managed to be selected for the youth and women's teams in the 37th America's Cup. So with that and the likes of Sail GP, we're seeing more female athletes come through, and it's really amazing to have people like Hannah Mills spearheading all of that. She's always someone that I've looked up to.
Having 4 young girls on this boat is definitely a testament to how far the world of sailing has come, because I think 30 years ago, Gray, Sam, Hattie, and I never would have had the chance to sail together in a race like this and actually be taken seriously as a competitor. We deserve to be on the boat, and we deserve to have the roles that we do.
A lot of preparation, dedication, passion, the drive, the energy with the guys is beautiful. So it's really very nice to end the season for us with winning this fantastic race.
After 5 Rolex Middle Sea Race participations, winning it means the world to us. We had a difficult season as a team, ending on a high is just amazing, and a testimony to the guys and to the entire team, and couldn't be more happy.
Camino Channel, you feel like you're close. You have given it all, fighting exhaustion. You know, you've got a few hours until you can have a beer and eat some normal food.
You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can smell the land. You can smell the finish.
Valletta, I think, from the sea is really imposing in a beautiful way. Sailing into this harbour, which you can imagine other boats having sailed into 2,000 years ago. And so if you connect it to that history of Malta, and then also slightly sad because, you know, it's the end of an adventure.
Nice one, guys! The camaraderie gets compressed in this moment. You already feel like you've achieved something fantastic. The release is there, you've done it. And I think crying is probably one thing that I've done every race at the finish, but it's tears of joy.
I had a great adventure.
It was a great adventure, yes.
We're gonna have to convince our dad to do it. And
If he says yes, we're in 100%.
We can win him over.
Yeah,
He'll want to do this race.
We'll be here next year.
The overall winner of the 2025 Rolex Middle Sea Race, Balthasar.
Challenging, awe-inspiring, enlightening.
It's really about the adventure. I think that's the right word. That sums up the race.
Getting out of one's comfort zone and shaking it all up. And there's nothing like the Rolex Middle Sea Race to do that.
It requires focus, endurance, trust.
It's more than just a sailing race. The bonds that you build with people last a lifetime.
It's a great adventure? Yeah, this race is a great adventure.
Next time on The Spirit of Yachting, the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race.